Thank you very, very much, very much.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Every year I decide to make a different type of turkey to serve to my family and friends. Today we're making a jerk turkey. This is going to be delicious. I brined this a day ahead as I always do, and earlier this morning I slathered it with that beautiful jerk marinade that's so popular on my channel, by the way. And later on I'm going to be sticking it in the oven and sharing it with my family and friends. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell, that's YouTube's bell icon. That will notify you every time I upload a new video. Now let's get cooking. You can totally buy store-bought jerk for this turkey, but I love to make my own. I'm going to add a half cup of oil to my food processor, and I'm going to follow this with 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. In case you're wondering, 1/3 is actually 60 ml. I'm also going to add 1/3 of a cup of dark soya sauce, and I'm going to follow this with 1/4 cup of lime juice. Next, I'm going to add a half cup of orange juice, and I'm going to follow this with 3 teaspoons of pimento. These are spice berries, and they're also known as Jamaican allspice. Next, I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of salt, or you can add salt to taste, and 1 tablespoon of black pepper. I'm also going to add 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and I love this one, a half teaspoon of ground cloves. I've cut up 3 stalks of spring onions. This is roughly about 1/3 of a cup, and I'm going to drop it in. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. I just sliced this, as well as 1 cup of chopped onion. I'm also going to add 3 large cloves of garlic. Next, we're going to add the Scotch bonnets. This is what makes the jerk marinade so special. I want you to take a really close look at this. There is a lot of debate on my jerk marinade video about this. This is, in fact, a Scotch bonnet pepper. It's native to Jamaica and it's named for its bonnet-like shape. I've de-seeded 3 of these and I'm going to add them in. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme leaves. I'm going to process everything till this is pureed. This will keep for weeks in your fridge, and the flavor does mature as it sits. The perfect turkey is always brined. I'm going to start with half a cup each of sugar and salt. This is going to need 4 liters of water. I like my first liter to be warm so the sugar and salt can dissolve. Next, I'm going to add 2 liters of cold water. I do have to add another liter, but since there's no room in this bowl, I'm just going to keep it here so I can add it later. To flavor the brine, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of the homemade jerk sauce I made earlier. I'm also going to add in a couple of slices of orange, followed by slices of lime. I'm also going to throw in some fresh thyme. I'm just going to put everything aside so we can focus on the bird. This is my beautiful fresh young turkey. This one is 7.6 kilos, that is roughly 6 pounds and 7 ounces. I'm just going to take this over to my sink to remove the wrapping. If you remember my earlier turkey videos, I used to have a special turkey bucket, but like most things in my house, it has mysteriously vanished. This green recycling bin is going to work just as well. I've lined it with a garbage bag and I'm going to gently drop in my turkey. Be sure to remove everything in the cavity. I'm going to use the offal in the stuffing. I'm just going to keep it aside and I'm going to reach in for the neck and remove it. I'm going to gently pour in all of the brine and I'm going to top it off with the 1 liter I couldn't add earlier. Tie this up and this can be stuck in your fridge for 15 to 24 hours. I like to make sure I'm not over brining my bird, and halfway through I do like to turn the bird over so the brine works its magic on both sides. When you're ready to marinate, drain all the brine out. I like to leave the bird sitting upside down for an hour so there's no moisture in the cavity. After this, you want to make sure that your bird is patted dry with a kitchen towel. I'm going to transfer my turkey now to a roasting pan. I'm going to dry it thoroughly. And I'm going to brush on some jerk marinade on the bottom and I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to tuck the wings in and I'm going to get some marinade over on this side as well. I'm going to cover every nook and cranny with this delicious marinade. Since this is a butter ball, it already has butter under the skin, but if yours is a regular turkey, you can add butter if you like. I'm going to get some of the marinade into the cavity as well and under the skin. The orange and lime slices are not going to waste. I'm going to add these into the cavity of the bird. For great gravy, I'm going to add some veg at the bottom of my turkey roaster. I'm going to throw in some onions, mushrooms, some garlic, and some thyme. Using the Canadian turkey cooking calculator, I'm going to cook this for 4 to 4.5 hours since it's unstuffed. It will take a bit longer if you're using stuffing in your bird. The first hour, I'm going to cook it covered, and then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to give it another layer of marinade before it goes back into the oven. This time, I'm going to cook it uncovered. Take this out periodically and baste it in its own juices. I'm going to add another layer of marinade. And since the top of the turkey is first to brown, I'm just going to add some foil to protect it. My jerk turkey is ready to serve with some slices of grilled pineapple. After the festivities of Thanksgiving, with all the singing, dancing, and just having a great time, this mob worked up quite the appetite. From our family in Toronto to yours all over the world, and from my dad.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
And don't forget, I am running a giveaway on my channel till the end of the year. This includes a box full of my favorite ingredients, including a Kravings, apron, and a mug. So all you need to do is comment on any video with the hashtag Kravings, and you will be entered automatically for your chance to win. All of the details are in the description. Be sure to follow me on cravingsfoodadventures.com, but also follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, happy Thanksgiving and have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.
You're welcome.